Takes a minute for YouTube to catch up. Hold on. Any day now. Come on, YouTube. Ba, 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 ba. Are we live? There we go. Hello, everybody. It's Matt from RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Don't adjust your screens. The video quality is not bad on your end. It's bad on my end. But don't worry, because we're here to talk Royal Caribbean, not video or show Royal Caribbean, although you can. But apologies, my webcam died. Not that you care. But we're here to talk Royal Caribbean. We're here to answer your cruise questions. And we are here live on Royal Caribbean's Liberty of the Seas. I am in the solarium, and I'm hanging out with you guys talking Royal Caribbean. So let's start off today's broadcast with the most important question, because we're going to ask, I'm not going to ask any questions. I'm going to answer as many Royal Caribbean cruise questions as we possibly can, starting with the most important. How many days till your next Royal Caribbean cruise? Type your countdown in chat. Let us count down together. I have I'm on Liberty right now, and then Icon of the Seas coming up. The Royal Caribbean Blog group cruise in the end of June. So later this month, getting back on board another cruise. Very excited for that. I can't wait, dude. I'm so excited. We had some amazing super chats before the broadcast even began. You guys are crazy incredible. Thank you. Jill 1228, thank you for the super chat. Jill wrote 236 days till fiance and I are on Independence of the Seas. We're at St. Thomas from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. No excursions for St. John. Rude. Is it possible to do an independent one? Yes, Jill. I did this many times. I've gone through Sonic charters to get over to St. John, but there are many other providers that do them. Just make sure you're cognizant of your time and all that. You won't probably have that much time, maybe 2 hours or so in actual St. John, but to me, Jill, it is absolutely worth it. Nessa, thank you for the super chat. 62 days till Utopia. What are your three favorite things? Favorite things to do in Nassau? I recently went to it's so good I can't remember the name. I went to the British Colonial Hotel, which has a day pass there. That really wasn't bad. So I'd say that's like one. I put that on my list. I would also say, and full disclosure, I got invited over there and didn't pay to go there. Number two, Baja Mar. They have a resort pass. I've not done that one yet, but I really want to try that one out. That'd be number two. And number three, I'm forgetting something obvious that I really like in Nassau. You know what? Pirate Republic brewery. There's a brewery right on the main street there. You can walk off your ship and check it out. It's a great brewery. I like that quite a bit. Mike F., thank you for the super chat. On Royal Caribbean, do cruise loyalty points ever expire? No, they don't. They're good for the rest of your life. You can take a cruise. If you took a cruise in the 70s, those points still count. 40 more days till Mike F.'s Icon trip. Renee Romero, thank you for the super chat. Do you have a hotel you can recommend in Bayonne? We also have a first-timer. Any must-use just for him? The last time I was cruising out of Bayonne, not counting this one, of course, that I stayed in Bayonne the night before. The hotel airports at Newark Airport, not to be confused with Newark, the city, are great. The Marriott, I stayed there with Becky Mankin from MEI Travel, and it was a great hotel. Years and years ago, I stayed at the DoubleTree over at Newark Airport. They're all like kind of, business hotels for flyers, and I'd recommend one of those. We have a first-timer. Any must-use just for them? Beyond the obvious, of course, checking out Royal Caribbean Blog. I would probably say, just the generals that we talk about a lot here, Renee. Pre-booking as much as you can, researching the ship, researching shore excursions, pre-plan out, and pre-purchase as much as possible. Burgundy Blue 92, thank you for the super chat. Hi, Matt. I know you recommend Maya Chan and Costa Maya, but our ship is leaving in port at 1:30. Is it still worth it? I have done that. It stinks that it's that early, but I have done that excursion. I mean, if you get off the ship early and you can get off as soon as you can, yes, it can be worthwhile. If you're leery of that Burgundy Blue, obviously one thing you could do is go to another great place I recommend in Costa Maya, which is also an all-inclusive, which is Jamie's at Blue Reef. Great spot. We have reviews of both Maya Chan and Jamie's at Blue Reef over at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Some good options there. Jay Osteen, hold on, Jay. I'm good on this. Well, these are still super chats, guys, from before the broadcast began. Jay, thank you for the super chat. Hey, Matt, are you still doing Mondays? Yes. Apologies. This will be the last time we're doing a not Monday live stream for a long time. I promise you, almost promise you that. Wife has a green card and passport from the UK. We renewed her passport this year, but the green card expires a month after we're back. Will that be an issue? I don't think so. I'm not an expert on this. I don't know that particular issue. I'm not aware of that being a problem. I know some countries have that issue, primarily like Russia. Like if your cruise goes to a place like Russia, Martinique, Cuba, 2 of those 3 you're not going to. I'm not sure about the rules for green cards, but if you have a passport, I think that supersedes it. But I'm not an expert on that, Jay, so don't take my word for it. I apologize. I can't give you a better answer. Everett, thank you for the super chat. Family cruise on Icon, 18 days. Quantum 77, Wonder 285. Those are great ships. Love it. Wonder is fantastic. I haven't been on Quantum in a long time, but great ships there. The Teresa McShane is here. Welcome. Glad to have you here. Becky Menken from MEI Travel is here. Also, Teresa, also from MEI Travel. Congrats to Teresa for joining MEI Travel. Let's see here. Uliana, if you book solo and get Royal up to a suite, you still get your double points for booking solo in a regular room. You get, when it comes to points with Royal up, you get whatever you originally booked. So if you were getting double points in there, then yes. But basically, Uliana, it all depends on what you originally booked with Royal up. That's what you'll be getting the points from. Next question is from Jonathan. Jonathan, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Hello, my name is Jonathan. I'm a Royal Caribbean cruising addict. Hi, Jonathan. 16 days till Serenade of the Seas in Italy. 104 to Independence, 207 to Independence, 379 to Independence, and 495 to Brilliance. Great countdowns. That is fantastic. Love that. Awesome. James Johnson going on Harmony on Sunday. Good luck sleeping. This must be like the slowest week of your life. You're like, how is it only Tuesday? Love it. Mr. Craig Hart. I'm only pointing out Craig's message here because he's just joined the Royal Caribbean Blog group cruise at the very, very last minute. Matt, you need a new light tech. Dude, Becky, this isn't a lighting issue. This is a terrible camera issue. My camera died. And so I'm using the integrated camera on my laptop, which is mega doo-doo. And it looks like mega doo-doo has been spread all over my camera, but I promise you it hasn't. It just looks this way. Let's see here. Next question. Lots of great countdowns. Of course, Beth has the correct countdown. Too many was the right answer I was looking for. Chris Stell. Chris, thank you for the super chat, buddy. 32 more live chats until a back-to-back on Independence of the Seas. Thanks for all you do. You are very welcome, Chris. 32 more live chats. I like that. That is a very good barometer for counting down. A lot more fun anyway. Nessa, again with a super chat. Nessa, good to see you. Thank you for the super chat. Oh, I answered your question already. Thank you, Nessa. Proof everything's due to NASA. Yeah, like I said, if you're looking for low-key, cheap, well, unless you run up a big bar bill, the Pirate Republic Brewery is fantastic. Like I said, the 2 all-inclusives I really like, well, one I've been to, and that would be the, oh my goodness, I can't even think of the name. The British Colonial, I keep doing that. And then the Baja Mar offers a pass. You can get the passes over at resortforaday.com. And those are not bad options there. Let's see here. Next question. Ron Ladowski. Mr. Ladowski. I was just in Ron's neck of the woods, upstate New York last week, and it was stunning, beautiful. I want to move in. Ron, group cruises are sailings that you get to join me for, and I hope that we get to sail soon, my friend. It has been far, far too long. Let's see here. Next question is from Steve Boggs. Steve, thank you for the super chat. I don't know if Steve, I'll keep an eye out for your question. Chris, thank you for the super chat. 45 days till Enchantment of the Seas, 1 night till freedom. Found out Maya will not be open during our cruise. Next, best idea for Costa Maya. Jamie's at Blue Reef, Chris. That has my seal of approval. It's very good. We have a review of it at RoyalCaribbeanBlog.com. Aaron wants to know, does Royal Caribbean offer a shuttle of doing a side-by-side like Royal in Miami to Celebrity in Fort Lauderdale? Officially, no, Aaron, but I have heard if you go and ask, they might hook you up at guest services on the first leg of that cruise. But I'd be prepared if I were you to take a Lyft or an Uber for that one. because you're switching cities, like if you were doing like the same port, Aaron, I think you'd have a better shot at it. But I have heard some people asking and getting it, but I can't promise you that will be the case. So please keep that in mind. Nicholas wants to know, Mr. Sancho's or Paradise Beach in Cozumel, Paradise Beach. I don't recommend Mr. Sancho's at all. It is oversold and underwhelming. Let's see here. Next question. The Meme Channel just got a freedom yesterday. Second time cruise tips. I would look at what you did. You want to do like almost like you want to look back, a reflective analysis, but a lot more fun name than that, of what you did, and kind of figure out, where were the points of FOMO? What did you miss out on? What do you wish you did more of? And was there anything that really stood out to you that you were surprised by, and double down on those things? That's really key. That's how I usually look at almost any cruise that I plan, especially ships I've been to before. Jojo, where do you post the schedule for your live vlogs? Great question. I apologize. The last 2 weeks have been going to wonky because I've been traveling on Mondays. It is Monday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Ignore this week. This is a dream. We're not really here. It's Monday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. That's it. Easy peasy. There you go, Jojo. So next Monday, you'll be good to know. Let's see here. Mr. the aforementioned Ron Ladowski. Thank you for renewing your membership and the Royal Caribbean Blog Club for 9 months. Buy a tequila shot in my honor. That can be arranged, sir, especially after this broadcast. Thank you, Ron. As always, you the man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Carlo wants to know, do you use MEI Travel to book your cruise? I looked on their website, and there are several agents. Who do you choose? I've never been on Royal. I absolutely do, Carlo. I use MEI Travel for every single cruise I book. When my parents need to book a cruise, they book with MEI. When my friends, my neighbors, shout out to Ben and Kenny and Erica, who probably aren't listening, but if they were, they would tell you they use MEI Travel as well. I know that Teresa McShane is in our channel right now. She can help you out with that. She's one of many awesome MEI travel agents. So basically what you want to do, Carla, I'm going to make it even easier. Either you reach out to Teresa or just go to royalcaribbeanblog.com. There's a giant yellow form. Fill that out. They will contact you. Jessica Devoto. Jessica, thank you for the super chat. I understand Royal Caribbean has a new status match program, but does sailing on Celebrity increase your Royal Caribbean status or vice versa? No. They're just simply status matches across the board, Jessica. So you don't earn points if you're a Royal Caribbean cruiser, you try Celebrity once, you don't get points back to Royal Caribbean. The points are still siloed separately, but the difference is that you get true status matching across them, across each brand, which is in some cases a bigger change than it was before. In other cases, not so much. Jerry, why did they furnish you with a printer on the deck behind you? What makes you think the printer isn't on board? What makes you think I didn't bring the printer and it isn't on the floor of my cabin right now? Did you think about that? It could be there. Probably not, but it could be. Hi, Julia. Thank you for the super chat. What's the best sailaway, front or back of the ship? I generally I think front. I think most people would agree front is the best. The aft sailaway is more of a acquired taste, more of a it's like something different to change it up, but I don't think anyone would necessarily argue it's the best per se. David Van Bremer, thank you for the super chat. You and Scott, I don't see your messages. It could just be you're generally generous, and I appreciate that. But I got to keep an eye out for David and Scott. I'm still looking, guys. Hey, Chrissy, thank you for the super chat. Cozumel, Mr. Sancho's Paradise Beach or another beach? Paradise Beach, Chrissy. I love Paradise Beach. We used to be, as of right now, my sponsorship is over with them. But I like them a lot. I've been going there for years. Mr. Sancho's, I really didn't like. I've been there a couple times since the pandemic. And the last time I went there, I swore I wouldn't go back again. It was really bad. I was very disappointed by it. Let's see here. Hey, Jeff, first time here, long time Royal Caribbean fan, going on a Wonder in August. Nice, dude. You picked a great ship. I love Wonder of the Seas. Brendan wants to know, do I hide and find ducks? I don't. My kids really like the thrill of the hunt. They like finding the ducks, but they're old enough now that they don't really want to keep them. Maybe they'll keep one, but they don't they used to when they were younger. they used to really seek that out and do that, but now they're just kind of, whatever. How do you rate the Royal Caribbean ship leaving New York City? Fantastic. It was wonderful, really easy. I have no qualms about it whatsoever. In fact, the process was I was talking to one Tony Diaz in our chat, and he went on Symphony out of New York a couple weeks ago, and I asked Tony, how bad is the traffic still as bad as I remember? And he said, yeah. Well, we went there, rolled in about 10:30. There was no traffic at all. So I was quite happy with that. Richard Simpson, thank you for the super chat. Best non-Oasis Icon class ship to go to on kids 7 and 15. Oh, that's easy, dude. Odyssey of the Seas. Odyssey of the Seas. You'll love it. You'll thank me later. Fantastic. John DiMuccio. John, it's been a while, buddy. Good to see you back here. How was Liberty of the Seas in Bermuda? I'm waiting to book it. Dude, I want to go back to Bermuda immediately. I was like talking to my wife, and I was like, this is great. I love this ship. She's like, yeah, this is great. I love Bermuda. She's like, yeah, I love Bermuda. Like, let's go back on Vision of the Seas to Baltimore. She's like, no. So we're going to find another ship that goes there. But I would love perfect fit. I love Bermuda. I'm doing an article tomorrow about some of the things I did here, and it was really impressive. I like that quite a bit. DNS is huge. Thank you to Kathy McCulloch at MEI. Great travel agent and saved us money, dude or madam. I love that. I mean, listen, that's the best thing right there. Glad to hear that quite a bit. Brad, thank you for the super chat. Hello from Minnesotans, or did I didn't say right? Hello from Minnesotans. Did I say that right? Nice. Brad, thank you as always, my friend. Appreciate you quite a bit. Let's see here. Kaylin, will you be on Utopia's first sailing? Yes, I will be. Mike F, thank you for the super chat, buddy. On average, once you embark, how long before staterooms are ready? This is our first cruise if you haven't guessed. Generally speaking, the rooms are ready by 1 o'clock. It was funny, in the terminal here, they told us 2 o'clock, and we got on board, and it was 1 o'clock. But like 9 out of 10 times, it's 1 o'clock p.m. they'll be ready. Let's see here. Next question. What's the best time to tip your room attendant? I always do it at the end of the cruise, Megan. I'll go, oh my God, the camera quality is so bad. I apologize. But don't worry, you don't need to see me. Like, it's not that interesting. Just focus on my voice. I always tip at the end of the cruise. I think it just makes more logical sense. And I used to always tip. I generally still tip like the morning we disembark, but it's so crazy. The last cruise when I was on Freedom, I saw my room attendant the night before, and I'm like, listen, here's your tip. You deserve it, and I'm not going to try to hunt you down on that crazy morning there. Would you bring a 1 month old on a cruise? No, because you can't. It's illegal. They have to be at least 6 months old to go on a cruise. Next question. In general, how can a family of 5 have a beautiful journey on a cruise for the first time? What's the best one to start with? Great question. So number 1, as a family of 5, don't necessarily book one room. Because for a family of 5, you're going to end up with like a suite, which isn't bad. If you can afford it, more power to you. But the reality is you can do equally better, if not save some money, by doing 2 connecting rooms. So number 1, work with a good travel agent to help you out with the process. We talk about the importance of travel agents all the time because, Yandi, they really, really can make a difference, save you money, and help you out, answer questions like this, and hook you up. Number 2, you want to find a cruise that is, I would go on a newer ship with more to do for kids. I was making fun of, and not rightfully so, I was being unnecessarily mean to Vision of the Seas, but I don't think Vision would be a great ship for a family of 5. I think you'd be much better off on Icon or Wonder or Odyssey or Mariner or even Liberty of the Seas. So that's like find the right ship for you. They're not all the same. So do your research for what the ship offers, and then get maybe 2 rooms connecting. I think it's a really good tip right there. And then obviously dive into some of the stuff we have here on our channel about planning a cruise. Joe wants to know any word if Liberty's getting refurbished. She is. All cruise ships get refurbished every 5 years, Joe. But as to work that will happen or not happen, that remains to be seen. We'll have to see on that one. Let's see here. Gail, I've never been to Chakanab. So I can't give you a good review of that one. What is a good ship from Port Canaveral? Soon to be Utopia of the Seas or Wonder of the Seas. 2 good ships right there. We have some super chats coming in from Ben C. Ben, my friend. Good to see you. Always buy travel insurance. Ben shared a story offline about why he always gets travel insurance now. Ben, I was like you, dude. When I was young, I was like, travel insurance? What a waste of money. Why would I need that? I'm not 60. No offense to the 60-year-olds out there. But then everybody reaches a point in their life, big or small, where you realize, you know what? It's probably a waste of money, but travel insurance is so worth it just for this peace of mind right there. So yeah, absolutely. Oops. David, I apologize, David. David, can you retype your super chat? Just type super chat in capital letters and your message in the chat. You don't have to do another super chat. Just type your message in the chat and I'll read it. Let's see here. Castelli, thank you for the super chat. 69 days till Utopia, 117 till Symphony, 201 till Wonder, 284 till Icon. If we book Utopia back to back, are there any discounts we have to get off and on? There are no discounts. There are two separate cruises. Good for you for booking two, but there's no discount for that. And as for the off and on thing, yes, but not the way you're thinking of it. When you're on the sailing, the first sailing, you'll get a letter in your cabin, and Royal Caribbean will escort you off the first sailing and on to the next one. All right, here's David's super chat from earlier. What happens when you go to pay your balance from onboard purchase and can't pay, card not working, spent too much? You're stuck, dude. I mean, they're going to hold you until you figure it out. They'll give you a phone, and they will say, brother, figure it out. Find a way to pay this off because you're on the hook, dude. We were on a cruise. This was Mariner of the Seas in 2018. And there was a lady who was the last one off the ship, and the entire process was held up for at least an hour or two because of that exact scenario. You're going to phone a friend. You're going to call the bank. You're going to do whatever you need to do there. You're got to live up to your obligations there, my friend. Obviously, credit cards are fine, but figure that out. Let's see here. Next question. Kevin Cook. Kevin, thank you for the super chat. Have you ever sailed a Navigator out of LA? Yes. If so, what are your favorite things to do on Catalina Island and Ensenada? You know what's funny? I've never been there. I've done 2 cruises on Navigator out of LA, and both of them were the 7-night runs down to Cabo and Mazatlan and Puerto Vallarta. But I can tell you in Ensenada is the toughest one because it's kind of a crap port. It's kind of like it's kind of like the Nassau of the West Coast. Sorry. I would say for a lot of people will tell you to check out the geyser there, Bunafara. Is that the name of it? It's kind of cool. There's some vineyards there that are neat. Most people, Kevin, probably go into town and they have a few cervezas and have a good time. Catalina Island, rent a golf cart. That's my top tip for Catalina Island. Rent a golf cart. You'll love it. Ronnie Bickers, what's up, man? Good to see you. Thank you for the super chat, buddy. As always. And Shoshana, so good to see you again. Thank you for the super chat. Is 2025 really the end of the Norway Fjords cruise? You think Royal will work something out? Don't know. It's a great question. Nothing's been said publicly yet, one way or another, Shoshana. So we will have to wait and see on that. I'm not sure. Jasmine, are there set hours for the water slides on the ship? Yes. If you look at past cruise companies, Jasmine, we keep an archive of them at royalcaribbeanblog.com. You'll see them listed over there. There are set hours for that. Molly, thoughts of a casita on Wonder? I don't hate the casitas. I kind of have like a meh. I think number one, I am not a person that like I don't want to spend all day on the pool deck. That's not my idea of fun. So I am not the prototypical person for this. However, if you are, or you think you're going to say, you know what, day 3, sea day, we're just going to spend all day at the pool, then it could be a good idea. My problem with the casitas beyond the cost, I don't even care about the cost. My problem with the casitas there are no walls to them. So depending on where the sun's angle is, you could actually still be directly in the sunlight. Wow, it got really dark in here. Even if you have a roof above you, it almost becomes meaningless. And for me, having shade is important. Number 2, Some of them are located on the upper pool deck, which I think is lame. Like, you want to be right by the pool, not upper pool. So that's my issues with it. Then there's the cost. Ronnie, again, thank you for the super chat. We're going to Coco Key, Labadee, and Jamaica on a 6-night cruise. I'm not optimistic about Labadee being open in December. What ports will they sub? Depends. Right now, most commonly, it's been Turks and Caicos, Ronnie. So that's probably the most likely situation. Matt needs a USP camera for Christmas or 4th of July. Justin, I promise you this. When I'm going to New York City after this trip, and I will go to B&H or Best Buy or anywhere, I will steal Tony Diaz's camera. I'm buying a new one in New York, so don't worry too much about that. Oh, thank you, Ronnie. I appreciate that. But this thing will not be coming back to Florida with me. I promise you that. Let's see here. Close your eyes and listen to the voice of reason. You need to book a Royal Caribbean cruise. I mean, you're not wrong on that. Let's see here. I will be on both, actually. So I'll see you on board, I hope. Alyssa McCoy, you are obsessed with my channel. Well, I am glad to hear that, Alyssa. Thank you. Appreciate that. Jessica Devoto, thank you for re-upping for 9 months. You guys are amazing. I mean, the Royal Caribbean Blog Club, which is a way you can donate monthly. You just hit the join button below the video here to do that. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate that. Ports are increasingly limiting cruise ships, especially Alaska and Europe. I fear not only for my bucket list, but also for cruising industry thoughts. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely been some thoughts about it. Certain ports, like Cozumel, Jessica, I'm going to go on a limb here and say that'll never change. There are certain other ports that have that kind of a thing. I think in general, maybe in Alaska, the Alaska thing you should really disregard. What they're basically saying is the level we're at right now, which is high, is where we want to be at. No higher than that. And that's totally reasonable. Venice and some other ports, that's a different issue. But I would say that's very much a smaller thing. Now, that being said, Jessica, there is a bigger trend among the cruise industry to really double and triple down on private islands. That's why Royal Caribbean, obviously, investing heavily in Perfect Day, Coco Key. That's why Carnival's building their Celebration Key thing. They recognize that there is value in, if you have your own port, you don't have to worry too much about that. Not that the industry, I think, is going to build a bunch of ports around the world, but I think they're just going to leverage those more than they have in the past. Let's see here. Next question is from Bill W. Booze Cruise. Any good lunch recommendations at spots in Hamilton? Yes. The oh goodness, it was a pub. It wasn't the Frog and Onion, but that was at the Naval Dockyard. Shoot, I forgot the name of it. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up for you, Bill, because I wrote it down in my blog post for tomorrow. I can find that pretty quickly using Control F once I just load it up there. It was Hog Penny. Wow, Chantel, you are so fast on that one. How do you know that? Hog Penny was the name of the pub. Hog Penny. That's a great spot. I like that quite a bit. Good traditional British pub. Slew Dog, you are not wrong on that one. Absolutely. Wendy, looking to go on Icon in February, still not making excursions for St. Thomas, looking for Trunk Bay, is no longer available. If there's not available for Royal Caribbean, and there could be, sometimes also, Wendy, look for see if they're offering St. John on your own, because that one you get to Trunk Bay on your own very easily. Just getting across is the issue. So look for that one. If there's nothing available, there are third-party tours. You just let them know, hey, listen, we're on a cruise ship. We got to be back by this time. They'll work with you on that. Let's see here. Peggy wants to know, for a family group trip, like family of 3 with grandparents, would you recommend a 4-night cruise or 7 nights? 7 nights, 100%, 7 nights. Lauren, the legend Lisco. Lauren, how are you? How's the casino and Icon compared to other ships? Beautiful. Well laid out. Lots of machines. Good ventilation of the smoke. Occasionally Warren at Sea is over there. It's pretty good. We like that quite a bit. What's the difference between going through a travel agent versus booking a trip while on a cruise? They're actually not different. They're not mutually exclusive, Bass fan. So when you're on the ship and you go to next cruise and you book a cruise, you can give the reservation back to the travel agent. I mean, really what you're talking about is booking the cruise. And I've often said this before, Bass fan. If you're sitting at home and you're thinking, I would love to book a cruise right now, then book it. Don't wait. Call your travel agent and book it. But if you're on the ship like I am, and you'd love to book another cruise, then you go and book a next cruise. But then obviously you can have your travel agent do it right there. So yeah, hope that makes sense. Hey Craig, is there anything that onboard credit cannot be used for when on the ship? It cannot be used for. Well, it can be used for gratuities, and if you do it automatically, obviously, like if you do the daily charge. There is something, Craig, and why am I blanking on it? Yes, but man, I'm like blanking on what you can't use it for. Basically, let's put it this way, Craig. It cannot be used for anything that you can't use your CPass card for, that you can't like actually swipe and purchase, if that makes sense. So as long as you do that, you're good to go. Let's see here. Super important question. How many donations would it cost us to get you to do the belly flop competition on a ship? Oh my God. 1 million. I would never do that. I would never do that in Modern Myths. I'm far too shy to do that. I am not extroverted to do that. Thank you, Danielle. La Buffadora. That's kind of what I said. Yes. That's like, it's one of those names. When I see it, I know exactly what you're talking about, but I can never remember the name myself. It's like the port in Rome, next to Rome. It starts with a C. There's a lot of V's in there, but if I see it, I know which port you're talking about. Dave O. What's up, Dave? Thanks for the super chat, buddy. Great recommendation for Pirate Republic. If you go upstairs, they have a balcony with a great view of the terminal and the cruise ships. Problem with that, well, I want indoor. I want air conditioning, Dave, but you're not wrong. You are not wrong on that. Otherwise, yeah. I'm with you on that one. Next question. Any recommendations for a first timer in the casino? It kind of depends on what your priorities are. Like, do you want to earn status? Do you want to earn cruises? Do you just want to win money? My advice to you, if you just want to win money, let's forget the loyalty programs. We've done videos about that. You can watch those. Matt, I want to win some money and have a good time along the way. The slot machines can be that. Slot machines are very low barrier entry. It's easy. It requires no skill. But obviously, depending on how much you bet, you may not, like, moving the needle can be a little difficult, and it's kind of like a video game more than anything. Table games are fun. Blackjack is a great entry level. Actually, roulette is the easiest. Roulette is the easiest entry level casino game. It requires no skill. It requires you to pick numbers and then hope that gravity picks the number for you. So that one's not too bad. But they're fun. So my advice to you is try them out. Don't be afraid to ask the dealers for advice. The nice thing about a Royal Caribbean casino compared to a land casino is it's very welcoming. It's not very crazy or overwhelming. So yeah. Silver Honda, do children get points for cruising? Absolutely, yes. Lauren the Legend Lisco again with the super chat. Tomorrow will be 34. Happy birthday, but not on a cruise. Can you do me a favor and drink 34 lava flows in my honor? I'll live vicariously through you. I'm not even worried about getting drunk, Lauren. I'm worried about the calories involved with 34 lava flows. But I will have a drink tonight in your honor, Lauren. You bet that. Happy early birthday, Lauren. That is fantastic. Wingson, thank you for the comment. Great videos and great content. How are you finding Liberty this in terms of condition, rooms, and food? Considering a cruise with my wife in October, I like them. I mean, listen, guys, if you want, we can find chip paint and terrible tacos and I don't know what else. Like, I mean, you can find those things if you're looking for them. But I think overall, chip's great. Food's been great. We've been eating the main dining room every night except for last night because we were in Bermuda. But we 4 out of 5 nights in the main dining room, and I've enjoyed every single one of those meals. The ship obviously doesn't have all the bells and whistles of a newer ship, but for the value, for the convenience of sailing out of New York, it's great. So as long as you understand that, I think it's totally good. Fenway Chris, as always, I hate your name, but you're a great guy, Chris. So you told me this before. You actually just live near Fenway. You're not a Red Sox fan, but I have to bring that up every single time. 1 out of 10, how bad is Liberty in need of refurbishment? I gotta be honest with you, Chris. I don't love this question because I never go on a ship and say, boy, it really needs a refurbishment. I can see situations where it's like, Like, it'd be nice. I mean, yeah, it'd be great if Liberty had the upgrades that Mariner or Independent or Freedom has. Better yet, because I was on Freedom 2 weeks ago, and I was on that ship, which has those upgrades, and then I'm on this ship, and I never really thought, like, man, I mean, I would be great if there was a Playmakers. It'd be great if there was a bamboo room. It'd be great if there was something else I can't think of that's not on the ship. But I don't, like, the core experience is fine. So I would say 6 out of 10. No, 5.378 out of 10. Because it could use some benefits there, but it's not like I feel like I'm on like, I don't know, Majesty of the Seas back in the day, something like that. Let's see here. Do you gamble and do you get any free cruises? Yes. We've done some video. We did a video about it. If you search this channel, we have a video about that. Hey, Sharon Stockman is here. Hey, Sharon, long time no see. Won't be able to cruise for a while as my husband's dementia has progressed far enough as we can't travel. I'm so sorry to hear that, Sharon. Well, I'm glad you are here. My sympathies to you and your family. But I hope that the memory certainly lasts you a while. And more important, like you said, you do a little virtual traveling here, Sharon. And I hope I can distract you with my inane ramblings about dumb things and making bad jokes at Fenway Chris's expense. Ray and Nancy, thank you for the super chat. 38 days till Navigator. Do the slot machines change odds over the cruise? What governs the odds? Does drinking improve the odds? Drinking always improves the odds. The odds in general are not well known. It's not unlike Las Vegas, there isn't like a set threshold for them. They do have it. Occasionally, Ray and Nancy, you'll find a slot machine in maintenance mode. And when it's in maintenance mode, because they're working on it, you can actually see the payouts listed on the screen. But it's like, it's very rare. Anyhow, do the slot machines change odds over the cruise? I mean, that's debatable. But, I mean, listen, going into a cruise, you're going to the casino, you should expect to lose every single dollar there. That's the only way to go about it. And you win money, great. But you really need to go in saying, this $100, this is gone. You got to go in with that mindset. That's the only way to go about it. Desiree Hall. Desiree, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Pink umbrella on a beach. I need a drink, Desiree. Thank you, Desiree. Appreciate you. Ronnie, thank you again for the super chat, buddy. Promenade versus Esplanade, which do you like better? Bro, Promenade, I like it being I like it the wideness of it a little more. I like that. Just makes it a little bit easier to get around, quite frankly. Otherwise, they're virtually identical. Kingo, we are on Liberty of the Seas. Liberty of the Seas. Next question. Mavericks playlist. Taking the survey where it says were you asked to leave positive reviews? Do we say yes or no? I would say this. If someone told you about the survey, that's fine. I would say no. If someone starts giving you like the guilt trip about if they don't get 5 stars, they get fired, then yes. Mr. Mike Pastori in the chat. Hello, Mike. Good to see you. Welcome. AZMJS became a member. Thank you for joining the club, AZMJS. What a great name. Thank you for joining the club. Appreciate you. Thank you. Kevin Bailey. Thank you for the super chat. 145 days to Wonder out of Fort Lauderdale. Bought unlimited food package and Wi-Fi. Not doing the key. Is it worth the drink package if you have Prime? I'll also be platinum on the cruise. A lot of people would say no, Kevin. So if you're Prime in the casino, Prime is when you reach the second tier of the casino program, and then you can enjoy free drinks at the casino. The problem is, Kevin, you can only get free drinks in the casino and while the casino is open. A lot of my friends out there who have done this use the Prime only to save money, but they also have diamond drinks. If you don't have that, then I would get the drink package still. Maybe platinum. Get the drink package, buddy. Once you reach diamond or diamond plus, then you can go to Prime only. Shoshana wants to know, can you use cruise credit at the casino? Yes, if you go to the slot machine. When you go to the slot machine and you do a cash advance, it comes out of your account. So that would work in that situation. Yes. Waiting for next cruise. Thank you for the super chat on Liberty next Tuesday. Can you give the name of a good bartender or server? Yes, so much so I can. The pub has been fantastic. I perfectly honest with you, I don't remember their names. But boy, do they serve drinks quickly. So I don't have a name to give you off the top of my head. I apologize. I should, but yeah. But the pub service has been fantastic. Alaska cruise this weekend on Brilliance. I'm excited to go on a smaller ship. Just watch the Alaska tip video. Nice. And we have a Brilliance ship tour, I think, also. If you haven't seen that one, I think so. I have a food allergy, and we're sailing on Wonder, and I need to know how well they treat passengers with food allergies. Oh, they're Shay. Every time you sit down at a restaurant, the first thing they will say is hello. The next thing they will say is, you have a food allergy. They are very, 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 very adamant about it. Chapman Travels, thank you for the super chat. We're 10 days from Odyssey. My husband can no longer make the trip. Do we just have to have him be a no-show? Yeah, basically. You could change his name, swap it out to somebody else if you wanted to, but otherwise, just no-show. You'll get your port fees and taxes returned back to you. Slew Dog, thank you for the super chat. We just booked Star, Icon 2.0, or same specs. We don't know yet, but in my experience, based on what I've heard from Royal Caribbean, it's probably more akin to Icon 2.0, but as we've learned, they change up some things here and there. So, don't expect like a completely different ship, but I suspect there will be new dining venues, a couple of them, all new shows, probably. So yeah. Jesse is 10 years old. Oh, it's Carolyn. You're probably using someone's account. What is the most popular kids' activities on Wonder of the Seas? Carolyn, first of all, Adventure Ocean is fantastic. You'll love it. It's a kids club. I know it sounds lame, but it's really fun. Basically, your parents bring you there, and you get to do all the fun things with the other kids, make new friends on there. It's so much fun. Gaga Ball, Carolyn, you're going to love it. If you haven't seen it yet, Google or go to YouTube and watch, not now, watch the rest of this video, but after this video, watch Gaga Ball on there. It's really fun. Of course, you have the water slides. There are 3 water slides on board. Then you have you have the flow rider if you're brave enough to try that. Ultimate Abyss, which is it's not a wet slide, it's a dry slide. You go down 10 decks. It's so cool. And if that wasn't enough, Carolyn, your cruise is going to Perfect Day at Coco Key, which is the private island just for Royal Caribbean. And Carolyn, your parents told me they were going to book you the water park on there. How awesome is that? They just don't know that they're going to book it for you yet. So yeah, you'll have a great time. Let's see here. Ron says the best vlog with bad jokes was the vlog where you went off the cuff and started telling bad dad jokes with your daughter. That was a really fun one. Absolutely. Let's see here. Next question is from, hey, Rai, thanks for becoming a club member 1 month, dude. Thanks for re-upping. I love the vintages on Liberty. Actually was there earlier this afternoon. I was doing some work out there. It's very comfortable chairs. The most comfortable chairs are always in vintages. Love that. And if you're like my friends Don and Judy, well, then you just basically live there. So yeah, really, really nice. Let's see here. Hey, Samantha. Best way to communicate outside of the messenger and app. Best hacks to communicate with iPhones. There isn't. There used to be a loophole for that. Doesn't exist. So it's really the app or you purchase the internet package. Big Dog John. Thank you for the super chat. I don't see a message from you, Big Dog John. It's funny, we have a friend, Big Dog Ron. But thank you for the super chat, buddy. Appreciate you. Thank you. With a name like that, I'll definitely keep an eye out for it. What's the best way to become a travel agent? Talk to Becky Menken in our chat right now. She can hook you up. Let's see here. I have a question. My boyfriend is 26 and I'm 20. I legally can't drink. Do I have to call not to be charged if he buys the drink package? You won't have to. It won't let you buy. When you go to select the drink package on the website and you select your boyfriend, you will be grayed out from the option. Let's see here. What is Prime in the casino? Great question, Natalia. We have, first of all, I'll put this out there. We have a video where we talk about this at length. But basically, the casino has its own loyalty program based on how much you gamble. And Prime is the second level. Choice is the first. Everybody gets choice. But the second level is Prime. And if you get to Prime, you get a free cruise. You get free drinks at the casino. and you don't pay any fees on money you cash advances over there. Good hotel recommendations in Miami. Intercontinental, JW Marriott, Doubletree Biscayne Bay. Those are all, and the Marriott Biscayne Bay are all really, really good. Hey, Evan wants to know if I've ever met Super Mario. Absolutely, I have. He's wonderful, very, very nice gentleman. Really, really good guy. Yeah. Josh, are you on the Utopia 720? Yes, I will be. I will be there. So, we don't have any plans for that cruise yet at Coco Key. So, TBD on that one. Wesley, Josh Carruthers handles your cruises. Dude, I've known Josh for a long time. He is a great travel agent. Yeah, he's a great guy all around. Miss JB, thank you for the super chat. I'll be going on my first cruise. It's not super chat. Just thank you for the message. I'll be on my first cruise on Symphony. Do you have any thoughts or opinions on that ship? My thought is it's a great ship. My other thought is you picked a great one. You'll have a great time. A lot of fun. Great options on there. It's a really, really good ship. You chose well. Speaking of that, Ghost Queen wants to know my top 5 places to do for teens on Symphony. Okay. Teen Club, that's an obvious one, but I got to get that. 1. Teen Club 1. If I was being totally honest, the number 2 best place for teen on Symphony of the Seas is the stairwell, because for some reason, all the teens hang out in the stairwell. The Floor Rider, 3. Water Slides, 4. And the Zip Line, 5. All cool things to do for teens on there. And just to give you, because the stairs was a joke, mini golf. I'll add that one as well. Mr. Craig, I just booked another cruise at the casino, Heart. Just a shout out to Royal Caribbean Blog Insiders and MEI for a last-minute ad at an amazing price for the Icon Group Cruise. Craig, I'm so happy you got in on that, buddy. That is awesome. But yeah, thank you, my friend, for the super chat. You are amazing. Here, cheers, water to you, Craig. Looking forward to seeing you on board. Next question. Ashley wants to know, we are going to Bermuda and want to take a ferry over to Hamilton and come back after dinner to the ship. Do you know if the ferry from Hamilton runs at night? Yes, there are summer hours and there are not summer hours. That is probably why you're seeing a discrepancy, Ashley. So check the schedule, depending on the year there. If you're under the summer schedule or the not summer schedule, that would be the issue. Beyond that, there are taxis. They're very expensive, but that is an option. And there are buses, and those run as well. But just look for what time the last ferry is. Last night, they were running the ferry up to like 9 o'clock or so. So just make sure you're on the summer hours, the right day, that kind of thing. So, yeah. Does MEI Travel give you a personal cruise planner, or is it a team concept? It's a personal. You're going to get, that's why when you see people in the chat, Ray, you've been here long enough, like you'll see like, you know, my travel agent is Josh, or it's Teresa, or it's, Michelle, or it's Christina, whoever. Like, you know, they have a personal person. That's the best part about it. They really get to know you. Milcaps is here. Hello, Melanie. How are you? Symphony or Oasis? Haven't done either? Oasis. I like the changes they did on Oasis a little bit more. You'll love Aqua 80s. I know, Melanie, you're younger than me. So maybe the 80s music isn't necessarily your jam, but it's really, really good. You'll like that quite a bit. Is Royal Up worth it? I always say no. I'm not a fan of it. I think it's very misleading, so I don't recommend it. What is a good excursion to Costa Maya? Maya Chan. It's not through Royal Caribbean. You got to book it on your own. Maya Chan. Tony Diaz is, this is a bold-faced lie. Like, when I say bold-faced lie, I mean, like, looking in your eyes when you know you're lying to your face and lying yet again. Because the deal that Craig was talking about, Tony got access first, and he goes, nope, and doesn't want to be with his friends. Hey, Jennifer Kelm from MEI Travel is here. Hello, Jennifer. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. How many ships are you missing and they haven't sailed on? There's a few. Vision, Enchantment, Spectrum, Voyager, something else I can't think of. Yeah. What is my favorite Royal Caribbean ship? Icon of the Seas. Yeah, Icon of the Seas is really, really nice. Let's see here. Lots of great. I love all the shout outs to MEI Travel. That's awesome. Does MEI Travel have open positions of part-time travelers? I believe they do. Becky Mencken, Scooby, in the chat can help you out with that. But I believe they can. They might have that for you. When does Allure go into dry dock, Wesley? It's next year, 2025. The easy way to figure it out, and I'll do it right now. You go to the Royal Caribbean website, and you go to the search feature, and it's very slow because I'm on cruise ship internet right now. And I'm sure someone already typed the answer in chat already. I was doing this. You go to search cruises, and then you limit the search to Allure of the Seas, and it is so slow. How slow is it? It's so slow. I can see Craig Hart rolling his eyes at it. And then you select ships, and you select Allure, and then when you hit your see results, then you click on the date drop down, and it's missing March of 2025. So the answer is March of 2025. Long way to get the answer for that one. But there you go. Now you can. Anyway, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but thank you for the super chat. I'm taking 2 5-year-olds on a Mediterranean cruise. Should I take a stroller? Oh, God. My wife and I fought about this all the time when our kids were of the age. Here, I'm going to give you both arguments. You say which one you agree with. My argument was no. They're a pain in the butt. They take up way too much space, and you barely use them. You never use them on the cruise ship because it's just not practical. And in port, because like you said, the roads are bumpy. They're a pain in the butt. They're trouble to travel with. So I say no. My wife would say when our kids were that age, she would say, "Listen, I don't care. That's a pain in the butt. You're holding it, and on top of that, even if it helps us out a little bit, it's better to have it than not have it for like situations like where we just want to. It's easier to put the child down for a nap and that kind of a thing." Towards the end of when our kids were getting a little bit older, but they still needed a stroller, what we ended up doing is we would not bring our own. We would go to whatever city we were traveling to, buy one of those cheap umbrella strollers, like from like Walmart. I know you're going to Europe, so it's not quite the same thing here, but use those and then just leave them, throw them out at the end of the trip. And those are a little bit easier, a little more manageable. But I generally thought it was a waste, but we never agreed on that one. Let's see here. Jason, if we don't get the internet package, can we still message each other on the Royal Caribbean Ship app? Absolutely, yes. Totally free. Yeah. Jason, how crowded do you think the pool will be on Icon if the ship is at capacity? Don't forget, there's more than one pool, Jason. There are many pools on Icon. But I'll let you know at the end of this month when I'm on there. That's so excited. So excited. Big Dog John, thank you for the super chat earlier. A few episodes ago, someone mentioned Wi-Fi in a suite. Can you expand on this? Okay. If you're in a grand suite on an Oasis, Icon, or Quantum class ship, everybody in the room, regardless of age, will get one device internet package. If you're on any other ship, you don't get the internet package. So, grand suite or above in an Oasis, Icon, or Quantum class ship. Thank you again for your support. Hey, Dodie, thank you for the super chat. Advice for our first day inaugural cruise on Utopia. I would say in general, the advice I give is no different for an inaugural on Utopia or the first, sailing on Liberty of the Seas. I would tell you just the same basic approach, right? If you have an unlimited dining package, go book your reservation as soon as you get on board the ship. Get the muster drill. Basically, Dodie, we did a video here on our channel with Embarkation Day guide or walkthrough. Watch that video. It holds up for Utopia just as much as any other ship out there. So, hey, Joy Prowl in the chat. See Jeff Burns is here. Good to see you guys. Brett says, I wish Royal Caribbean had a countdown on their app. Yeah, that'd be a great idea. Sailing on Symphony, what is your favorite ship activity for boarding day? Eating? Isn't that an activity? I mean, going to the pool, water slides, actually. I mean, that's actually a great idea because they're far less crowded. Bring your bathing suit with you on board the ship, Kristen, in your carry-on bag or wear it on board. That's definitely the way to go about it. Hey, Wesley, thank you for the super chat, buddy. Always appreciate you. I don't see a message here, but thank you, my friend. Appreciate that. We're running out of time, guys. Look at this. I mean, granted, the video quality is mega doo-doo, but look, unlike Freedom, the internet on Liberty, you can all say Liberty needs a dry dock and refurbishment and all this. The internet on this ship works 1,000 times better than on Freedom of the Seas. I don't know why, but it does. So yeah, for sure. Oh, Wesley, awesome, thank you. We are sailing on it after dry dock. Nice, dude. You'll love it there. Great. A couple more questions. We got to run out of here because the Master needs a drink. 27 days till. Could be Allure, could be Anthem, could be another ship as adventure. I know you can bring a snack. How would you like to go about doing that? Oh, just bring it in your carry-on bag. Yvonne, just put it in your carry-on bag. Yeah, in fact, snacks I don't care about. You can put it in any of your suitcases. It really doesn't matter. It's drinks they care about. But just put it in your bag. That's it. Nothing special you need to do right there. Chrissy, will we see you at Icon June 22nd? No, I'm on the next one. The June 29th is the Royal Caribbean Blog group cruise on that one. Scooby still got Symphony in October at Jersey. First stop is Port Canaveral. My soon-to-be wife and I are staying on the ship. Will the ship still be crowded? No. Be less people on board for sure. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. The video quality, you really look like Tom Cruise. Brad Pitt, not Tom Cruise, buddy. You got to get the memes right. Let's see here. Evan, does the windows open for interior view always to the Sea Central Park? If it's a window, no, it does not. Bass fan, what drink should I get once on board? Lava Flow with Kraken rum. Lava Flow with Kraken rum. I will not be on a ship June 16th. I'll be on a ship June 29th. So, yeah. All right, guys, I got to run out of here. We've run out of time. My battery is dying. This stream's going to end in 30 seconds. Guys, thank you so much for everything. It really is going to die. Consider plugging in your device. I got to go. Thank you so much for everybody for being here. Thank you for the super chatters. We'll be live again next Monday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. Somewhere else. But thank you for being here. Goodbye, everybody. Have a great week. See you guys. Battery, hold on. Thank you guys so much. Have a great week, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all the super chatters. You guys are amazing. Holy smokes. Thank you.